Many people do not realize that the growth of public relations needs to go hand in hand with the growth of media operations, especially news media operations, because the effectiveness of media operations and journalists is very key for the business of public relations. We need to have legitimate channels of communication. We cannot corrupt those channels. I have been very strategic in combining the three legs of a university, an academic career: service, teaching, and research. I started listening to professionals and to professors from Latin America and countries, and they kept repeating the same. And then I kept gathering information, and I interviewed some of them, and I wrote my first piece, my first publication that was very well received. And so then I realized, of course, because in a region with inequality and the gap between the rich and the poor, and great concentration of population in urban centers, large cities. In Latin America, we have cities of 5, 7, even 15 million people. So it makes sense. It's not only about promoting organizations, identities, and reputations, and selling products and services, but it's also about the impact of organizations. After I developed this Latin American component of my research, I went back to my origin. I started doing research on multinational corporations, and especially in the balance between national responsiveness and global integration, which everyone talks about. Think globally, act locally. And it sounds logical, but at the moment of producing communication, implementing campaigns, evaluating, and of course the most important is achieving your objectives, is when you really need to operationalize, or better to say, to translate that idea of global, local. And every type of research I do, I take this immediately to the classroom. So in fact, projects that I'm working on, I always mention those in the class. It takes two to tango. It's not only the university, it's not only the sponsoring organizations, but it's also my students, my doctoral students, my master students, even my undergraduate students. So I get resources in many ways from many places, and then I translate this into papers that are relevant to the industry. Is one of the few programs in the USA that we have a Department of Public Relations with specialized faculty, and of course other sequences that respect each other and inform each other. And I think also, in addition to knowing how to develop my research project and being very consistent and systematic over time, I think I keep listening to the industry. And I also keep listening to what is happening outside these walls. Because, if you know what is happening in the world, that is a component that is going to make you develop or articulate the right questions.